During the discussions, right, the administrators who are present in the Delhi or India, they said that Kashmir is entirely a separate entity, that is your kingdom. How can we ask our army people to enter into your kingdom until unless you sign a treaty with us saying that Jammu and Kashmir is the part and parcel of India, we will not allow our army to enter. So there was no other go for the Raja of Kashmir, right? He said that I am ready to sign the treaty, and on 24th he was ready, 25th he was ready. He said that I am ready to sign the treaty, right? And I want to give the entire Jammu and Kashmir to be the part and parcel of India. But on 25th, the Indian administrators who are present, that idiotic fellows, have not accepted it. They have accepted it on 26th of October. Okay guys. So on 22nd October, Pakistani forces entered into Kashmir, and on 26th October, Indian government has accepted the proposal of the king. And on 26th October, we have, our Indian government has sent the army into Kashmir, guys. Indian army into Kashmir. Okay, so when they have sent Indian army into Kashmir on 26th, right, 22nd to 26th, 4-5 days were present in between, right? And on that 4-5 days, the time between, in that time, right, the Pakistani forces will not be playing on the border, right? So they have ventured into the Kashmir to a larger extent. They have ventured into such an extent that till the areas where they are having full of the mountains, guys. These are the areas of Kashmir. They are having full of mountains. So till the mountainous areas, right, the Pakistani fellows have ventured inside, right? And again, we should be ashamed of our Indian administrators at that time, right? Indian forces were ready to kick the Pakistani forces out of this occupied land. But what happened? The Indian administration took the letter, took the letter to the UN stating that the Raja has given the consent to be the part and parcel of India. See, this is the letter. You please ask the Muslims or the Pakistani forces to go or move away from Kashmir. But during that 4 to 5 days, what happened? The Muslims who are present in these areas were terrorized and traumatized by the Pakistani forces, stating that, see, because the king was a Hindu, he went to Delhi, right? And now the Hindu forces from Delhi will be coming and they will be raping your woman, they will be killing your young and old, because that was the thing which has happened very recently during the partition of India. So the memories were very fresh, and that stories were told to the people who are residing in these areas by the Pakistani forces. So when the UN forces, UN officials have entered into these areas for discussions, right, the people of these areas said that no, we don't want to get alienated with either the Pakistan nor the India. We want to be Azad, we want to be independent. That's it. From that time onwards, right, what happened? The UN officials have drawn a line, and that is called as the line of control. Okay, so this is the dispute which has arisen because of the inefficiency of the Indian administration at that time, right? Even the dispute between China and India was also due to the inefficiency of our Indian government at that time, guys, right? Because we never bothered what is going to happen. Okay, so it was our lenient and lazy behavior because of which we are facing the problems now with China and also the Pakistan. So this is related to the Kashmir, right? And after the Kashmir, most of the borderline between India and Pakistan will be passing through the desert, right? And the desert area is devoid of any vegetation, simply the sand dunes and the sand piles, right? And as I told you in the other session, the morning session, where the Kutch area, guys, the Kutch area will be having tufts of grasses, the big grasses will be there, right? So that has become the part and parcel of the border, which made access for the trafficker, woman trafficking, woman, not human only, woman trafficking to be living entity there, guys. Even during the pre-LPG or pre-1991, even the smuggling used to take place from that areas. Okay, because in the night there is actually more chances of the infiltrators to enter from these areas. Right? That is the reason because of which even the Khalistani separatists are getting the arms and ammunitions from Pakistani side, because the Pakistani wants to destabilize the Indian government and the Indian entity. See, like you might have seen many of the WhatsApp or Facebook messages stating that Pakistani government is still, in this past 70 years of independence, they are still trying to cross the line and enter into India, and Indian government has entered into the space or entered into the atmosphere of Mars, guys. That is our development. Instead of having the skirmishes on the border, the Pakistani government should think of developing the infrastructure, guys. Okay, that is related to India and Pakistan. Next comes India and Bangladesh. Okay, when it comes to India and Bangladesh also, right, we had some disputes, guys. We had some disputes related to the boundary line, but the disputes have been amicably solved. Why was the disputes present between India and Bangladesh? This is Bangladesh. Okay, here you will be having the river Ganga. This is the river Ganga, right? And one more, what do you say, the tributary of Ganga is there, the Mata Banga, guys. So yesterday I was talking about the boundary drawing of the international boundaries. If there is a river, right, the middle path or the middle section of the river will be taken as the boundary line between two of the countries. Okay, so the Ganga river, you know that the entry of water into the Ganga river will be going on changing. Sometimes it will be having excess flow and sometimes the flow will be reduced, right? So when the flow is excess, okay, when the flow is excess, what happen? The river will be changing its courses, guys. The river changes its course. Even if you take a pipe, just water pipe, right, and start the tap slowly, so what happened? The water will be moving out of the pipe very slowly, guys. But when you start the tap a little bit faster, the water pipe will be swiveling. So in the same manner, whenever the water entering into the river is increased, the river will be changing its course. Okay, so what happened? The Ganga river and the Mata Banga river, both the rivers were sometimes going this side. So when they are going this side, okay, when they are going this side, what happened? The boundary line will be shifting towards India side, right? And when they were moving this side, when the river course was moving this side, right, the boundary line was moving towards Bangladesh. Okay, so the dispute was because of the movement of the water or the changing the course of the river Ganga, right? So India and the Bangladesh government has sit together and they have amicably solved the dispute here, saying that no matter wherever the river is shifting its course, let us have one straight entity, or we will be drawing a line here by erecting some of the posts, so that this will be the final boundary line. Even if the river is shifting completely this side, doesn't matter, the boundary line will be this only. Even if the river is shifting completely this side, no matter, the boundary line will be this. So that's how two of the areas of the Ganga river and the Matabanga river has been amicably solved. Okay, and the two of the areas related to the, so this is between what do you say, India and West Bengal side, guys. Matabanga river and Ganga river they were present towards Bangladesh side. Okay, and on this side, right, here and here, that fully forested areas are there. Okay, this is Meghalaya and this is Assam. Okay, Assam is not only present here, guys, right, Assam will be joining here also. Okay, so what happened, these two areas were densely forested, right? So the boundary line was not drawn on the ground. Simply whenever there is a forest, simply they have drawn the line till here and they have drawn the line till here. So when the line is not drawn, this will become the entity for both the countries, and this will be the point of dispute. So Indian and Bangladeshi government has sit together and said that let us join these two with amicable solutions, and they have drawn the lines here and the Meghalaya and here in the Assam, and all the four areas disputes have been completely dissolved, right? And also there were some enclaves present in Bangladesh which were related to India, guys, right? Which means some of the enclaves, this is West Bengal and this is Bangladesh. Okay, so some of the enclaves of India were present towards the Bangladesh, and some of the enclaves of Bangladesh were present towards the India. Means the lands of Bangladeshis were present on the Indian border side, on the other side of the border, and the lands of West Bengalis are present towards the Bangladesh side. Okay, so the recent government had sit together with the Bangladesh government, and they have exchanged these entities. There is a reason because of which the dispute of this is also solved. See, the basic difference between the boundary lines throughout the world and the borderline present between India's West Bengal and Bangladesh is entirely different, guys, because this entire stretch of boundary line passes through very fertile plains. Okay, full of fertile lands are present here, right? And whenever the boundary is drawn, right, we will be having the frontier, as we said, the no man land will be there, right? On this side, the fence of Bangladesh will be there. On this side, the fence of India will be there, and in between 3 meters to 5 meters of land will be vacant. Okay, if you have seen Bajrangi Bhaijaan, the movie, you will be seeing these fencings, guys, right? So if this sort of fence is laid between or constructed between India and Bangladesh on the borders of West Bengal, lots of fertile land will be getting wasted, because this entire area is full of Gangetic plains, guys. So lots of fertile land will be wasted. So to avoid that wastage of land, what they have done, simply they have erected the fence, that is the barbed wire fences have been erected, right? Now, even now also, the fences are not having any perfect, what do you say, guys, strength, guys. The people from either side can move. Okay, so previously when these enclaves were present, means the lands of Bangladesh were present on the West Bengal side. So the people from these areas, Bangladeshi laborers used to come in the morning. Okay, in the morning they used to cross the border by showing their passes or the identity cards to the border security forces here, and they used to enter into West Bengal in the morning, right? In the evening, after their works are completed in the fields, what they have to do? They have to go back like this, right? So that was followed by West Bengali people, right? The West Bengali people in the morning, they used to go on to the other side of the border and they used to work in the fields, and in the evening they used to come back, right? But the Bangladeshis, what they used to do, in the morning they used to go this side towards the other side of the boundary, that is into the West Bengal, and in the evening they used to venture into West Bengal. That's it. That's how the infiltration from these areas have increased. There is a reason because of which lots of Bangladeshi Muslims have got their homes in West Bengal. Okay, because the people from this side ventured and simply they stayed here, and because like one, I don't know what to say, but like there is a helping nature among the Muslims, guys, right? If you say that you are a Muslim, they will not ask from which region or which area you belong. Simply they will be giving you the refugee status, or they will be hiding you from any of the authorities, guys. The same thing happened. There is a reason because of which lots of Bangladeshi Muslims entered into West Bengal and they made West Bengal as their home, guys.